Turtles, count it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turtles, there's no one better. Watch out for Shredder. Turtles, they're like no others. Turtles, those teenage brothers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Turtles. Welcome back to the No Room for Improvement podcast.
Hey, we did it.
I'm Stark.
And I'm Darnell.
And today we have another special guest, a good old friend of mine. You know, he found me on the streets when we were 5, and he's been raising me ever since.
Orphan Annie over here.
Orphan Annie over here. My daddy Warbucks, everybody. Spencer.
You fuckers lied. This isn't the Joe Rogan experience.
Jamie, can you look something up for me real quick?
Yeah, Jamie.
Your people lied to my people.
So, how you doing today?
I'm great, man. I saw you at the mall 3 weeks ago, and you said I should be on your podcast, and now I'm here.
Tremendous.
That's literally what happened.
It's funny how life works.
Yeah, so I remembered how much we had in common and our camaraderie, and I then realized I was like, yeah, we could for sure do a podcast.
Of course.
So today we're going to talk about a lot of nerdy shit. I just want to give you background on Spencer. He was a visual artist at Kappa. He went to the Art Institute, RIP.
I did not go to the Art Institute. That's a lie.
I thought you did.
No, I went to CCAC.
We knew people that went to the Art.
I knew a lot of people that went to the Art Institute.
Okay, so if you don't know, because we're from Pittsburgh, the Art Institute was essentially the college you went to when you had like effort and talent but didn't want to go to school.
And also if you wanted to literally do nothing once you got out of college.
Exactly. So instead, those people went there, and with that, it got shut down in 2016.
That sounds about right.
That feels right.
I wanted to go to art college, but I had no money, and I don't do like paintings, so they did not want me at art college. So I was like, I'll just do art on my own time.
I can't draw for shit, man.
I cannot draw for shit, but Spencer can draw really well. He's big into nerdy shit, so it was just kind of those collect-a-thon-ish episodes where we just talk about a series of things. And to start it all off, he's a huge Sonic fan.
I am. This is true.
He is. He's a big fan of Sonic, so I really wanted to know, first off, what is your favorite Sonic game?
My favorite Sonic game... So there's an actual answer to that question, and there's a stupid answer to that question.
I want both.
The actual answer to that question is Sonic Generations, because it's really short, which is like, it sucks. It's only like 9 levels and a couple of boss fights.
Now, let me ask you these. Where are these games like on? What consoles were they on?
This was Sega.
That one was Xbox 360.
Okay.
That was like the 8th generation. I don't know what the generations of consoles
That would have been...
PS3 360. It was 2011 when
Got you.
Oh, that one!
Yeah, the one where there's like Big Sonic and Little Sonic.
Oh my god, that one's not bad.
Yeah, no, that one's really good, but it's short is the issue. There's only like 9 levels.
Yeah.
But my stupid answer is Sonic and the Black Knight, because I love how that game looks, and the soundtrack in that game is really great, but the gameplay is like the worst dog shit on earth, because it's a Wii game and Sonic has a sword, and it's not good. Mostly, I like when I was a kid, I loved the Archie Sonic comics, because those were like...
Archie and Sonic had a comic?
Yeah. I'll get into that later. That's a whole thing.
Archie
licensed a lot of stuff in the 90s. They did the Ninja Turtle
comics did the Ninja Turtles, and that's the infamous one that I posted on my Instagram.
And they got a show called Riverdale. They don't make no fucking sense.
It's that one. So fucking a Ninja Turtle, Raph punches Hitler, and he says, "This is for those millions." Yeah. And it's like, wait a fucking second, Raph. Wait a minute there.
I haven't read that comic in a long time, but I don't even think that's like real Hitler. I think they're in like a simulation, and Raphael knows that.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
it's something really silly. But back to what you were saying. So yeah, so your goofy one is
Sonic and the Black Knight.
And your real one is
Sonic Generations.
Do you like any of the first 3?
I love Sonic 2 and 3. I
hate 1.
I respect Sonic 1. I do not enjoy it.
It is the most upsetting. Okay, so real quick background, because he's not a huge gamer, and us gamers, us gamers.
Listen, the experience I have with games is just like, I had a PS2 when I was growing up, like the OG. I played a little bit. I had Need for Speed, Smackdown, Bring the Pain, some other shit, and then of course the Wii came along. I played the hell out of that, and I had a Sonic racing game on that, which I love and I adored. But yeah, in terms of gaming, I didn't really dive into that realm.
So, without going into the full-on spiel of the 80s, because I'm avoiding all of that, let's just say, yada, 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 Atari fucked up because they made E.T. the game. They over-liquidized it. It was fucking terrible. It got put in Mexico. Nobody thought it was a viable fucking product anymore. And then Nintendo and Sega happened. Essentially, the NES and the Sega Mega Drive were made, and you
Master
had...
System. There was the Master System
Oh,
and
shit.
then the Genesis.
Thank you so much.
The Mega
Okay.
Drive was
Mega
just
Drive...
the European name for the Genesis.
Thank you. There we go. Okay, I thought I was wrong. And then there was 8-bit. We had 8-bit games, and we started with Mario, and we had Sonic on there when it was 8-bit. But nobody really fucking talks about 8-bit.
No one talks about the Master System Sonic games because they're fine. And
Wait,
that's really
there's
all you can say.
multiple?
Yeah, so they did Sonic 1 and 2.
What?
And then there were like a couple of spin-off ones. They were on Game Gear too, was the thing.
Game Gear wasn't bad.
The Game Gear was just the Game Boy for kids who hated video games.
Yeah, it really was. So you know about Game Boys, right?
Yeah, I had one.
Okay, yeah, every human I feel like on the planet has played, touched. I just bought a Game Boy Light, like the one from Japan
nice.
with the
If
light
you
in it.
haven't, that ages you.
Yeah, even us speaking about it, I had a fucking Game Boy. I had a Game Boy, I had a Game Boy Advance, I had a DS.
Most 80s and 90s things early 2000s kid have.
This is
yeah, we've at
or
least
had-
experienced.
yeah.
a little bit,
that's
I
the
would say.
thing. And yeah, we're gonna delve into that later. But so Sonic happened on the Genesis, and the infamous commercial was
Sega does what Nintendo don't.
that was like the tech. Yeah, so that was the thing.
That sold 1 billion consoles.
Who's behind that marketing scheme? I love that.
Cocaine.
Peter
Yeah.
Kalinske, I think, was the guy.
I love that.
Oh, actually?
Yeah, I read a book about this. I want to say Peter, but I could be wrong. It was something Kalinske. He was like the head of Sega in America at the time. And they came up with this super aggressive marketing plan that was because Sega was it was like Nintendo, Atari, Sega in the 80s. It was like Nintendo's on top, then Atari, just because they had so much hardware out in the world that they couldn't not be second. And then Sega, because Sega was really big in Japan. Sega is short for Service Games, SEGA. And they manufactured. There were Sega arcades in Japan that only had Sega arcade games, and there are still a couple of those around. I want to say, but sorry, go ahead.
To cut you off real quick, my bad.
No, good.
Is Pac-Man that shit? Is that Atari?
Pac-Man is
Midway.
Pac-Man was licensed by Midway and Atari, but
Yeah.
Pac-Man is a Namco product.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Namco.
Yes,
That's what it is.
Bandai
Okay,
Namco.
my bad.
They were not-
Namco.
at the time, they
amazing.
were not Bandai Namco.
But Namco in general, amazing, by the way. We just gotta give them credit. Tekken, please make a Tekken anything. I don't want 7 to be it. Please don't end it. But okay, but back to what you were
Yeah.
saying.
So Sega, they didn't have a mascot was the thing. They had a lot of games. They had Altered Beast. They had Alex Kidd. They had Afterburner. All, fine games, great games. I love Afterburner. But they didn't have a mascot. Nintendo had Mario and Link and Samus and all these characters. But Sega did not have something like that. So they were they had an internal design contest. And this dude, Yuji Naka, came up with what would eventually become Sonic the Hedgehog. He had some other name. I don't know. And so they were like, okay, let's make this into a game and then push it super hard. And they meticulously engineered Sonic to be as popular as possible in the 90s. They gave him these red shoes with buckles on them.
Yeah.
And they were like, we want him to have red shoes because that's like Santa. Santa's red. But we want him to have buckles on him because Michael Jackson's bad outfit with all the buckles and shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Iconic. Michael
They-
Jackson just that nigga.
Yeah.
Wow,
They very-
that's oh my god.
They very famously said, we want Sonic to have an attitude like Bill Clinton.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait.
So completely disregarding that, Sonic.
Is that why Rose has a Hillary Clinton haircut?
Yes. She got the bob.
Yeah, but so they came up with this huge marketing campaign where it was prior to that, marketing for video games was new for Nintendo.
Yeah,
it's
that's it.
Metroid. It'll blow your fucking balls. But then Sega
Craziest
was
shit you would see was
Yeah.
Mike Tyson playing the game.
Oh, yeah.
That's the craziest
We gonna play
shit.
this video game right now, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a game.
I'm gonna play this fucking video game and I'm gonna beat my wife.
But anyway, so they were they came up with this ad campaign. It's Genesis does what Nintendo don't. And the idea there was just we're just gonna fucking shit all over Nintendo. We're gonna shit directly in their fucking eyes, and we're gonna eat their goddamn lunch. And they cut the price on the Sega Genesis by a third, so it was way cheaper than the
Nice.
Super Nintendo. it was also like it came out 2 years before the Super Nintendo. They were both 16-bit consoles, so they were like graphically comparable, but like the hardware of the controller and a lot of other stuff was like a couple years behind Super Nintendo.
To put that in the easiest perspective for you, do you remember when the Xbox 360 came out before the PS3?
Yes.
It's that. It's
Okay.
it's basically that situation.
Gotcha.
It's like they had a 2-year advantage, and because of that, they were willing to do whatever the fuck it took.
Yeah, they cut the price way down. So that was like, because they were like, we have enough sales that we can like warrant this massive price cut. Like they were not going to be able, unless they sold a massive amount of consoles, they would not have been able to turn a profit at the price they were asking, but they did. Like it just worked perfectly. There was a period in time, I don't know if this is still true, where like kids around the world were pulled by Sega. And Sonic was very briefly the most recognizable fictional character on Earth. Like more kids knew who Sonic was than Mickey Mouse.
I mean, you do
Wow,
gotta
that's
admit
impressive.
the iconography of
Yeah, no,
Sonic.
Sonic is like
Yeah.
for as much as I will shit all over some of the Sonic games, I think Sonic has like a perfect design.
Mhm.
Like I think visually he is a perfect like video game character.
They're very 90s colors, but
Yeah, he's-
outside of it being 90s colors, he's primary colors.
Yeah, and,
like,
like the shape of his head is
Yeah,
like,
the whole like spike
that's,
that goes
yeah,
back.
that symbol is just like so recognizable.
his spinny ball is
Yeah,
stupid
Yeah.
fucking
The
iconic.
like buzzsaw thing that
Yeah.
he
yeah,
does. Yeah.
like every human being like knows about
But
that.
to make a long story short, Sonic was like a huge success. There were 3 games, technically 4. Michael Jackson did the music for the 3rd one,
No.
but they were not allowed to talk about
Yeah.
it for many years.
Yeah.
Because he like
Wow.
he was
Yeah.
not pleased with how the Genesis sound chip sounded.
Which, by the way, it sounds fucking horrible. Like
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
Super
The
Nintendo,
instruments on the Sega Genesis are like hilarious.
like it sounds like farts.
It does.
Like no, like all the beep boop boop boops, like it's like.
It's
like
got a really cool bass sound, like that like
Yeah.
thumpy bass sound.
It's
but,
good in Mortal Kombat, not in Sonic.
I could see why
But-
Michael
No,
Jackson
so-
went like that. He's like, I want my sound just to come out as clear
Yeah.
as possible.
Real shit.
Bubbles, help me write this song.
But basically, Sonic was a huge success, and then 3D games started coming out, like Mario 64 and Crash Bandicoot, and Sega was behind on that because their next console, the Sega Saturn, flopped really hard, both in America and Japan.
What the fuck are you talking about? They have the CD and the 32X. They have the greatest things ever created.
We need to look. I'm gonna be here for 5 fucking hours if I tell you the whole history of Sonic. But so the late 90s come along. Sega comes out with the Dreamcast, which is like bar none the most advanced home console on the planet at
My
the time.
first console ever.
Great
by the way.
console,
Amazing
really cool
console.
games on that. Quake 2,
Amazing.
fantastic.
MVC2.
MVC2, perfect. Like that's like a perfect,
Hyperstone.
that's a perfect port of MVC2.
It's the incredible.
But anyway, so the Dreamcast does okay, but not fantastic. And Nintendo and PlayStation, who had just come out mid-90s, they like eat Sega's fucking lunch. Sega decides, okay, it is too expensive to continue being a hardware manufacturer, so they decide to become a third-party software manufacturer, and they make Sonic games for all the other consoles, like the PlayStation and the GameCube and the PS or the Xbox. Thank you. And then Sonic games that people pretty much universally agree to be bad start coming out. And then they introduce a whole bunch of new characters in this anime, Sonic X. It's whatever.
I love Sonic X.
Sonic X is fine. I'm not going to shit on Sonic X because I have a lot of nostalgia for it,
Yeah.
but it's like not good.
Come on. It's still
It's
better
got the
than
theme song.
Jaleel White Sonic.
Get out.
Season like the original
I
one.
love Jaleel White Sonic. I
No.
think Jaleel White
The
Sonic's
second
good.
series is amazing.
Oh, the dark one?
the dark one.
Yeah, no, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog is ass.
There are 2 Sonic series that came out basically in fucking
Simultaneously.
tandem.
Yeah.
There was a dark and a light one. It was essentially, was your kid on the short bus or was your kid watching movies?
Or did your kid read X-Men comics?
yeah, did your kid watch X-Men the animated series
Mhm.
or does your kid have fucking ADHD because it's 1997?
No, those cartoons came out in like 93.
Okay, there we
And that
go.
was the same time the Archie comics started. But this, to get back to the point. So Sonic games, once you reach the 2000s, Sonic games become pretty divisive. Like everyone loves Sonic 1, 2, and 3. But then Sonic Heroes comes out, Shadow the Hedgehog comes out.
Have you
which is-
played the Wii game?
I have played all of the Sonic games,
Okay.
to be completely clear. I like a lot of them. I like some of the bad ones just because like there is not a single Sonic game with bad music.
I love the racing one so much, man.
There's one Sonic game that has bad music, and it's a DS game and it's an RPG that most people don't even talk about.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, Sonic Chronicles. That's a whole other story. I'll have
I
to
don't-
come.
I don't
I'm
like
gonna come back
RPGs.
on and discuss Sonic another time because there's so much to go
I
through.
bet.
But So you get to like the modern day, like the 2010s. Sonic is like on an upward climb. Sonic Colors comes out. Sonic Generations comes out. Great games. A couple of other like pretty mid games. Sonic Forces comes out. That one's pretty rough.
Awful.
Sonic Lost World, not bad, but kind of boring.
But then Mania happened.
Yeah, Sonic Mania comes out, and that's like the classic Sonic revival game. Everyone loves Sonic Mania because it's perfect, and there's nothing wrong with it. And the music is incredible. Shout out to T. Lopes.
It's beautiful.
It's fantastic. It's a fantastic game.
They basically let fans make a game.
Yeah. Christian Whitehead, who is just like a genius with these Sonic engines. And then I want to say 2017, the Archie Sonic comic gets canceled in 2017 because Archie basically ran out of money and could not afford to keep licensing Sonic from Sega.
So they made Riverdale, god damn it.
That's part of it, actually, yeah.
Oh, God.
Archie is also a whole can of worms.
Yeah.
But
Ooh, fuck yeah,
then
he is.
Sega is like, okay, we're going to do some new stuff with Sonic. So they license it to IDW, who famously does the Transformers comics.
They're really following Ninja Turtles. Oh my
yeah.
god. So, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Sonic is now at IDW with Ninja Turtles, Transformers. Transformers is actually, their license ends this year, I think, and it's going to Skybound. Yeah, so Robert Kirkman's going to be on Transformers.
What?
Yeah, but anyway, so people love these new Sonic comics, and for good reason, because they're really great and the art is fantastic. But in like 2017, I want to say, Sega was like, hey, we're going to make a Sonic movie. And everyone was like, oh, it's going to be animated, right? And Sega was like, no. And
It's live action.
it's live action.
They did the Star Wars episode 2 meme where Padme looks at Anakin. It's like,
Oh my
you're
God.
gonna make it animated, right? And he's just looking at her.
yeah.
You could
Right?
just, yeah, like it was literally that.
exactly that.
It's just that.
And then, so they were like, yeah, we're putting out, we're making this Sonic movie. And they got, I just referred to him as Cyclops earlier. What the hell is
James
it?
Marsden.
James Marsden, thank you.
Which is always like
I think he was also in The Butler. I want to say that's like the
he
only.
was
Yes,
JFK
JFK,
in The
yeah, yeah.
Butler.
He was in Hop. He was in the film
No.
Hop.
Yeah.
Why are we forgetting Enchanted?
He was in Enchanted.
Enchanted is slept
It's a
on.
great film.
Also known as Sonic the movie.
Yeah, no, Sonic the movie has pretty much I don't know if either of you have seen the original Sonic
It's
movie.
literally Smurfs the movie.
It is. Sonic's from another planet. So there's been a thing in the Sonic fandom for a long time where Sega is like, yeah, so humans and Sonic characters exist in two different worlds. But like Sonic shows up with humans in a lot of these games, so that's like how do you explain that? And they were like, we're not telling. What they basically, it just came out 2 weeks ago what they meant by that, because they did like a live stream where they had the voice actress who does the voice of Tails did like a VTuber live stream as Tails. And they were like, someone asked in this stream, like, hey, what does two worlds mean? Like, do you guys live on two different planets? And Tails was like, oh no, so people who look like this, and then he put up a picture of humans. I know,
This
it's
is a
like
TED Talk for Tails. Hi,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Wait a fucking minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
Spencer,
Mhm.
thank you for all this info.
Of course.
But you
I
are
feel like I've been
devolved.
going on for 20 minutes.
No, you are devolving it at such a level that I'm like, wait a minute, I have a fucking question.
Yeah.
Did you just say that Tails was playing Tails on a fucking live stream?
Yes, the voice
That
actress
is-
that plays Tails in the games and the movie did a live stream where she was playing Tails, but like as a VTuber kind of thing. You know what a VTuber is, I assume?
Yes.
Yeah. And it was just like
I don't know how I feel about that.
the literal,
Yeah, I don't like
literally
that.
the only
No.
purpose of this live stream was to be like to disseminate information to the Sonic fans.
Wow.
And, so he was like, yeah, people that look like this, and he puts up a picture of humans, live on the big continents on our world, and people who look like this, and then he put up a picture of like, Sonic critters, basically. And he was
Furries.
like, yeah, and he was like, we live on like the smaller islands in our world. And that's literally the only explanation that there's ever been given.
So
Then
weird.
the
And, like,
movie happens.
Yes. So the Sonic movie, the trailer comes out, and Sonic looks like
We
horror.
all
like a
remember
nightmare.
this.
Infamous Son. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that the Sonic trailer
Mhm.
is more like it might be more in the zeitgeist than 9/11 at some point. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I would not
no,
say that. I
no,
don't think.
no.
I
listen.
think children probably
That's-
know about
Yeah.
the
I-
Sonic trailer more
Okay,
than they
who
know
the
about,
fuck
like,
is on the internet? Majorly. You're
Yeah.
telling me 40 up are really on it
No,
as much
no.
as
But, like,
children?
If you're
So-
talking about in the world at large, I'm gonna go
Sonic.
ahead and say
No,
that
Sonic.
more people.
Sonic, I'm really sorry. I think more
Okay.
people now know about Sonic.
I will cop to this. I will cop to letting you have this.
Like, think
But-
about it. I think more people saw fucked up Sonic and were like, oh my fucking God.
Oh yeah, no, more people like raised their voices about it. Certainly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
more
yeah.
people
I
have
feel like that
probably-
kind of set a precedent for like,
film.
no, it's like for like annoying like fan bases to like have like a like the Snyderverse fans.
Yeah, that's the thing is that Sonic movie really set the precedent of being like, hey, if we bitch enough that we can just like bully these people into making their movies.
And for studios, you can't give into that.
Like that. What's that mentality called? That's
I don't know.
I forget what it is, but yeah, that one, it fucked up a lot.
Yeah, so we'll get into like the morality of bullying film studios, but so they were like, okay, the director, Jeff Fowler, got on Twitter and he was like, yeah, no, okay, we see this, like we see your reaction to this, and we're gonna delay the movie by half of a fucking year.
They did.
They
Which was
delayed
a
it by
good thing.
Yeah, and they got Tyson Hesse, or Hesse, I don't know how you pronounce his last name, who he did a Sonic fan comic years ago that's just like making fun of Sonic, basically.
Nice.
And then he did a bunch of art for the Archie Sonic comics. And then he did an animation for Sonic Mania. He did like the intro animation for that game. And they got him to redesign Movie Sonic. And it looks more like an actual like cartoon character.
Yeah.
but it
Do you
looks
like the
Sonic now.
design of Movie Sonic?
I
'Cause
don't hate Movie Sonic.
See,
I think it's fine. I like that they gave him two separate eyes.
I think that it's a genuine, like, I kind of love it. I think that it's the most accurate way you could do it before it looks fucking dumb.
I don't like that his arms are blue. I know that that's like a thing on the internet, is like joking about Sonic having blue arms.
Is he not?
What arms does he have? I'm having a
In the
mandala
games,
effect.
he has like tan arms, like the same color as like his face and the spot on his stomach.
I am mandala affecting so hard right now. 'Cause
Yeah, I
I'm
am.
only thinking
Sonic
blue
Sonic
arms.
has the blue arms.
In the original games, does he have blue arms?
He has tan arms. In every game, he has tan arms.
Whoa, hold the fucking
I can't believe I'm doing a
Is this
podcast
like-
with
is this like
fucking
a-
fake Sonic fans.
Is this like a rift in like time right now?
I think you guys probably just don't remember because it's literally not important.
This is like the Bearstein Bears and Bearstein
No,
Bears
you
type
don't realize, like, Sonic was still a giant part of my childhood. I played Sonic Adventures. I played 1 and 2. By the way,
No, I get your point. I get what you're saying.
1 is...
Just like look up a picture of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Please do. By the way,
Jamie, pull that up.
Sonic 1 literally is only known because of level 1.
Yeah,
Green Hill Zone.
Green Hill Zone is a perfect stage.
It
I'm
is
gonna
like
do
the
Sonic
most
too.
iconic video game stage outside of level 1 in Mario.
Yeah, I would definitely say that.
But then you enter World 2.
Yeah. It's
then-
Labyrinth Zone is like not good.
No, it's not. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, he's got tan arms.
Holy fucking shit.
Whoa.
This has always been the case.
Now this does look familiar though.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
Okay,
gonna
like
lie.
once you see it though,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, wait,
Okay,
But
I
anyway,
remember.
So the movie comes out, Sonic 1, the movie comes out, and it's like, it's fine.
I think it's
not-
like he's like a furry creature type thing, so he has a lot more like
Yeah.
hair on him. Yeah.
Sonic 1. Okay, did you see Sonic 1?
You
can be real.
the first one?
movie.
With James Marsden?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so
It's fine. It's like a fine movie.
Outsider In, that movie
Oh, here we
is
go.
so. Yeah, I did not. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize. But that's the cover of this podcast right there. You know, that might be the secondary cover of this podcast.
I like the texture they have on this fur though here.
Yeah,
It
they made
makes
him
it-
look good in the movie.
It
Yeah.
looks like a thing. That's what I enjoy. But
Yeah.
yeah, from an outsider in, I think Jim Carrey was great.
Jim Carrey's fantastic. I think were Robin Williams alive, they should have cast him. But Jim Carrey is literally the only other person
I think I completely
Wow.
agree with that. Like that's wow. Like
Yeah.
that's
Good
perfect.
assessment.
Wow.
Good assessment. Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Robin Williams would have been fucking perfect as Dr. Robotnik, but he's dead, so we can't have
R.I.P.
him.
I miss him so much. I'm
Me
not
too.
gonna lie.
Me too.
There are literal days where I'll watch a Robin Williams movie and just be like, ow.
I miss that guy.
I watch Night at the Museum.
Night at the Museum's a good movie. I
It's
love
a-
those movies.
Yeah, I can't believe that's the same guy that made Free Guy.
Really?
Same director?
So, Sean Levy
Mhm.
made Big Fat Liar,
Mhm.
the Night at the Museum trilogy, Deadpool 3.
Oh,
He
yeah,
will
Sean
be.
Levy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Now,
then
now that you say his name, I
The
remember.
Adam Project and fucking Free Guy.
I watched The Adam Project with my dad. That I did not enjoy it.
How did the movies get worse?
That's
I don't
the
know.
incredible thing. It's like,
Yeah, like,
because no one had any faith in him with fucking Night at the Museum.
no, not at fucking all.
Mhm.
But back to point,
Yeah,
because
back to
you are
Sonic.
completely right.
Yeah. So back to Sonic. It's like the movie's fine. There are funny jokes intermittently throughout the movie. It's like you could have made the same movie with literally any other character and nothing would have changed. But like, it's fine. You know, it's a nothing movie.
It's just
Were it not for that first trailer and that movie had just like come out and then
it would have
existed,
just been
it would
like
have been forgotten.
it would have
Like,
been the
would've
Smurfs movie.
Yeah, it would have been. It's the exact same plot as the Smurfs movie. He
Yeah.
comes from another planet to Earth. He's an alien. Sonic's an alien in these movies. We're just gonna blow past that.
All right.
The bald villain comes in.
Dr. Robotnik. He's not bald in the first one.
He's not. Oh shit! No,
Yeah,
he's not.
He has hair in the first one.
He has the hipster cut.
Yeah, he loses it at the end.
Oh my god! Yeah, he has
Um,
the hipster cut. I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just like we gotta save the town. Dr. Robotnik's trying to kill Sonic.
Is he
and-
Dr. Eggman now?
they changed it to you are a fan.
Yeah.
But you realize for Zoomers
Mhm.
that is Dr. fucking Eggman.
Yeah, so that's a whole other issue. Is in the 90s, Sega of America was just like, we're just gonna call him Dr. Robotnik because they didn't want to get sued by the Beatles, which is really weird to think about because of the song I Am the Eggman. They thought they could get sued by the Beatles for that. And so they're like, we're just gonna call him Robotnik. And then by the time Sonic Adventure came out, they retconned it in all territories so that his real name is Dr. Robotnik, but Sonic calls him Dr. Eggman. And then he's just like, fuck you, Sonic. And then he's like, I'm just gonna call myself Eggman to mitigate any criticism.
Nice.
And it's like,
I only know him by Eggman.
that's completely fair. They call him Robotnik in this movie. I don't know.
They
if
do call him Robotnik in the movie?
Yeah, I don't know if they call him Eggman overseas, just like for simplicity's sake, but like, it's whatever. People all over the world know about the Robotnik Eggman thing now, unless you're like under 12, I guess.
Yeah.
But so this movie comes out, Sonic 1, it's fine. And I, very lucky, my girlfriend Luna and I got to go see Sonic 2 at an advanced screener last night. It was like a fan screening, and I got a free comic book and I got a poster.
Nice.
I was at the waterfront over
Oh, nice.
the waterfront over in Homestead. And we saw it in like this giant Dolby theater. It's like some kind of special movie theater. I don't
Were
know.
you guys in an IMAX one?
No, it was just like they have like a it's like the Dolby experience. And it's just like a big fucking movie theater and a big screen, but not like an IMAX screen, and like reclining seats.
Okay.
It's the whole works. It was great. It was and I saw the movie and it was stupid and I liked it. And that's really all I expected to get out of it. Was
Right.
that it was stupid and that I liked it.
Was Amy Rose in it?
No.
Fuck.
Fuck. So a lot of people were expecting like the stinger at the end of the movie, like the post-credits scene.
I thought it was going to be Amy Rose.
A lot of people expected it to be Metal Sonic because that would like make sense, and it's not. And I don't want to say it because like the movie hasn't even like come out yet for real.
This
There's a
will be
Shadow.
coming out later.
Okay, yeah. So it's Shadow. Shadow shows up. He's like the
Oh, it
Emperor.
literally is just fucking Shadow?
Yeah.
Knew it.
It's a whole goddamn thing.
How was Idris Elba's Knuckles?
He was good. He was like, I don't know if it. So the thing is Idris Elba's like not much of a voice actor.
I mean, no, yeah.
Like Ben Schwartz as Sonic, he's fine because he's done voice acting. He was Leonardo on Rise of the TMNT. He was one of the nephews in DuckTales, like the most recent DuckTales thing.
What did you think of that?
The DuckTales thing? I didn't watch it. I don't know.
Bring voice actors
I heard it was
back.
really
Hate
good.
it. Yeah, bring actual fucking voice actors
that's the thing
back.
that I really loved about
We
this
don't-
movie is that they got the voice actress who plays Tails in the games to do the
Oh,
voice of Tails.
and that's
Okay,
cool.
Yeah, Colleen O'Shaughnessy. People were actually pissed because when the poster for this new one came out, there were like fucking a dozen names on the poster. It's like Idris Elba, featuring Jim Carrey, James Marsden, Ben Schwartz. And her name was not on there because she's like a voice actress. She's not an actress. And so the fans on Twitter were like, hey, this is fucked up. And then they listened and they put out the same poster and they put with Colleen O'Shaughnessy as Tails.
Oh, so Sonic fans did another Sonic
They
fans?
bullied the studio again, yeah.
That isn't... Okay.
It's a recurring theme.
So...
It's
Here
like
we go.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
Thank you so much. So...
Oh my god, George Lucas. Yeah, it's me. I decided to come in for the podcast.
Hey guys,
Jar Jar's a funnier character than we've ever had.
Sonic, if we get Sonic working in this movie, it could really
We'll
work.
blow everything out of the water.
So, with that, I think so. I didn't expect much from the Sonic movie. The second one.
I really liked it, is the thing. Is like, it's got some really good scenes. There's a fight scene between Sonic and Knuckles, and if it were just in like an animated movie, I'd think it was a fantastic movie.
But because it's like...
Because it's in a movie where probably about a third of the movie is James Marsden and his wife's character. Not James Marsden's wife, but the character of Tom the Cop's wife. They go to Hawaii for her sister's wedding. And that's like
a plot?
That's like a subplot in the film. Sonic and Tails end up in Hawaii with them later, but there's a lot of cutting back to like really unfunny scenes of humans interacting. And then there's probably about a 15-minute stretch of just like two black ladies stealthing around Hawaii because the government has captured Sonic. You know, like in the games.
My favorite Sonic characters are two black ladies in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I know
yeah.
them from the best game Sonic 07.
Of course.
There's 3 games in the Sonic Storybook series: Sonic and the Secret Rings, Sonic and the Black Knight, and Sonic and 2 Ladies.
Yeah, like that's
Sonic and 2 African Americans. Yeah. So the movie's good.
amazing.
The movie's good, but I would say about a third of it is devoted to like cringe ass shit. Because there's a prolonged sequence where Sonic and Tails end up in Siberia. Don't ask.
Wait.
They end up in
Is that like the jail part where they're like in the snow? Okay. I saw it in the trailer.
Do they sing "It's a Hard Not Life"?
No, but they dance to Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars.
That's kind of worse.
That's
It's pretty lame.
That's really
Sonic
bad.
hooks his phone up to the stereo because he's having a dance battle with a Siberian guy.
Yo, who
Sonic
put
has
Sonic
an-
on the aux?
Yeah, who put Sonic on the aux?
Wow.
He's very lucky that the amp in this bar in Siberia had an iPhone hookup.
You can tell this is like for like young kids,
Yeah,
like
for
younger than
fucking
us.
4-year-olds.
The thing is, I want to say it was Kid Cudi. He did a song for this movie. There were several hip-hop songs made specifically for Sonic 2.
Stark just had a moment over here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but they made animations of Sonic and Tails to put in these music videos, like with the movie models,
No.
and like, they're fine animations, but it's just Sonic and Tails like dancing around. And then they're
Kid
like,
Cudi.
oh, well, we made these, so like, let's just put them in the movie, I guess. And there's a prolonged dance sequence with Sonic and Tails dance fighting a Siberian man for their lives.
What,
And,
what the fuck were they gonna do? They're making the hats?
no,
the
they're gonna
next-
throw him into the fireplace.
Now, see, the next question I'm gonna ask all of you is Hollywood soulless?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes or
Yeah. I mean,
Next question.
no? Okay, so honestly, I now hearing your review,
Mhm.
I'm probably going to see it. But
It's
I think,
good. I wouldn't recommend seeing it opening night because it's going to be 99% like children who are
And-
going to scream the entire
or like
time.
nerds.
The thing is, it was 50% children at the screener I went to, 50% like fat 20-year-old white guys sweating through their hoodies.
Does that ever, by the way, get to you?
What, that I hang out with fat, sweaty 20-year-old white guys and also you two?
No, like the fact that like we go to like MCU movies still. Fuck you.
Yeah,
And
no, I go
we
to.
still go to them.
Mhm.
And
I went to see The Batman twice, dude.
when we're done with the story, brother.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's not a whole lot left to say about Sonic 2, so we can.
Oh,
it's
no.
good. I would recommend seeing it. It's pretty stupid, so like, just it's a kid movie. Just be prepared for that.
no, but are you ever embarrassed when you walk in there and you're like, wow, I'm surrounded by half children? Like-
you look at me. You look at me in my TNC surf design shoes, my Jason Lives t-shirt, and the friendship bracelet that my girlfriend made me. And you ask me this.
No, but like, are you telling me you never walk in, you hear a little kid's voice, you're like, oh fuck, I'm getting old.
Dog,
Yeah.
my mom, who is close to 60, I am 21, she made me promise to go see Lightyear with her when that comes out.
Mm.
And,
That's actually
it's like cute because I loved Buzz Lightyear when I was a kid, but like, I'm going to go in there. It's going to be probably 90% children.
come on, throw a wholesome in the comments. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie to you. That was fucking sweet.
we get a dub for moms? Yeah, no,
all
like,
the dubbies.
It doesn't get to me because like, I go to the comic book store, I waste a shit ton of my paycheck on comic books.
I
I
get
buy
that.
cringe ass action figures.
Oh man,
I pre-ordered the Last Ronin action figure, dog.
Did you see the turtle van?
I did. I don't buy into a ton of NECA stuff. I really don't care about the 80s Ninja Turtles.
Ah man, I'm so shocked.
Yeah, no, the 80s cartoon Ninja Turtles are not my thing. I respect it. I respect that cartoon for like
I feel that way.
basically popularizing the Ninja Turtles.
It is literally the popularization.
It
of
is.
the Ninja
It is
Turtles.
the apex of Ninja Turtle popularity.
Now, is it
That
the
and the
best?
movie. No,
no,
God, no.
For me, it's that opening intro song. That's
yeah,
the show
theme
right
song
there.
is great, written by Chuck Lorre, famed creator of The Big Bang Theory. That is a true
No.
fact. He used to just write theme songs.
Did
That's
you
what he
just
did.
say that the 1980 fucking 7 Ninja Turtles cartoon theme was written by fucking Chuck Lorre?
Dog, anytime in that theme song where someone just talks like, he's a radical rat, that's
Yeah.
just Chuck Lorre. That's just him saying that. I don't know who sings the rest of the song, but that's Chuck Lorre saying those.
That
Starts
just
mine
blew
stuff.
my
No.
fucking mind.
Yeah, look it up. He talks
Wow.
about it.
So, you're a Ninja Turtle fan.
I love Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles is top 5, like, things for me.
Oh no,
I feel you.
it's my second favorite thing.
Top 5
Spider-Man is 1 and
top
that is
5
2.
products that I buy.
Oh, Ninja Turtles is literally the only product I buy right now. And
Mhm.
I may have pre-ordered the $250 van.
That's completely fair. I
Uh,
pre-ordered the $40 action figure, so like, don't even sweat it.
I just bought Fugitoid.
Oh, the like new one?
Yeah,
That's
just bought him because I have
Is
the.
he like wired? Does he have wire?
He's
limbs?
bendy wired.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because I love the Mirage comics.
I'm obsessed with the Mirage comics. That is like, I guess we didn't really talk about this when you introduced me. I am an artist. We talked about that. I draw a comic, and I've always drawn comics, and that's like my thing in life. Is like I want to work on comics. Currently, I work in a deli, but
Which deli?
We all
Shout
start
him out.
somewhere.
shout out to the Giant Eagle Fox Chapel. You can suck my fucking balls.
Yeah. Come on down to the Giant Eagle at Fox Chapel, and he will give you the best sliced or chipped meat in the deli.
Don't
Yes,
tell
indeed.
them that. I don't want to chip meat. You can eat shit for all I care. But yeah, no, I
It
love
is shit on
comics.
shingles.
Yeah, no. Shout out to cartoonist Kayfabe, Ed Pisker, and Jim Rugg's podcast.
I've met Ed Pisker.
Ed
He's pretty
Pisker's
cool.
fantastic.
He's
Jim
really
Rugg,
cool.
I met Jim Rugg last weekend because he was signing that new Hulk book he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
He's really sweet. He's the sweetest guy on earth. And I told him about my comic, and he was like, "Yeah, good luck, man. Like, it's really cool to like see people making stuff." And it's like, yeah, we make a comic called Ironsides. You can find it on Comic Fury. You can find me. I'm just gonna plug myself real quick if that's cool.
Oh, please do.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Snaptrap Press. I do, I draw, I take commissions, fucking whatever. The Mirage Comics Ninja Turtles that is like in my DNA. I absorbed so much of that as a teenager that like it has permanently affected not only the way I draw, but like just like my life.
And as an outsider in, another back into Insight, the whole 2003 comic is based on the Mirage one.
The
Or
cart-
2003 cartoon
Yeah.
is based solely on the 1980s Mirage comic.
Is that about like black and white and they got attitude?
Black and white
Yeah, yeah.
attitude. They
Yeah,
say
okay.
damn, they
Yeah.
drink, they fucking stab people.
Because the 2003 one has some edge to it, and I
Yeah.
like it.
It's incredible. Like issue
I
one.
just
Shredder
rewatched
dies.
the 2003 Ninja Turtles show. It's like
Fully?
yeah.
Holy shit.
I got a free trial of Paramount Plus and I watched the whole thing in like a week.
It's on Paramount Plus?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I
my
watched
God.
the first 5 seasons. Because
Fuck fast forward.
yeah, fast forwarded Back to the Sewers range
Yeah.
wildly in quality.
Fast
Yes.
forward is
Yeah.
mid.
But yeah, no, that show gets like weirdly insanely dark for children's
Mhm.
television. Leonardo like loses a chunk of his shell midway through the show. He gets stabbed like on screen during the I want to say 3rd, 4th season when they're on like a space shuttle and Shredder's trying to get back into space. Yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen that cartoon, it's balls out. It goes fucking
It is
nuts.
literally, I think that's one thing we could all say.
The one episode that always comes to mind when I think about it is like the Garbage Man one.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah.
It was
It's
so funny.
ingrained
As
in my
you were
head.
saying it, I was thinking it.
Yeah.
Like, I was literally, he's
I-
about to say the fucking
I
garbage
remember. I just remember
Wow.
that episode. I can't remember the plot of it, but I remember that there's like a dude in it who wears like, I don't know what the name of it is. It's like that traditional like African hat that's just like a cylinder. You know what I'm talking
okay,
about?
yeah, I know what you're
Yeah.
And I saw that a while ago, and I was like, man, it's really cool that like they just like did that in a cartoon. Like,
They
a
have-
guy just wears that.
That cartoon has a wild range of diversity and fun.
Yeah,
in it.
Baxter
It does.
Stockman in that show is like the best character.
And I love that he's genuinely a black person for
Yeah.
once, like the fucking Mirage comic. Which, okay.
I love that he's voiced by a black guy. Like
I like that
'cause
in
that's
general.
such a thing that gets looked over in cartoons a lot of the time.
Mhm.
I love that Shredder is, they have to continue the thing and make him
Mhm.
another black guy. I was like, that makes me happy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
It's
was like,
fantastic.
yeah, I was very cool with everything in that comic or everything in that show. I love that show, but the Mirage comic is the greatest, I think, source of Ninja Turtle media ever made.
It is. It is. Not only is it the greatest source of Ninja Turtle media ever made, it is like the apex of independent comic books as a whole.
Mhm.
Oh, I think it set the groundwork
Yeah,
for indie
it was.
comic people.
It was until Spawn came out the best-selling comic of all. Not just independent, one of the best-selling comic books, period, of all time.
And then the
And then-
movie was the highest grossing independent film of all time
Yeah.
until Blair Witch Project.
Yeah,
Mm.
and The Crow sort of spawned off of Ninja Turtles, just like that black and white explosion. You know?
Oh, I love that though it's all just a parody.
Yeah. And
I find it so funny it's a parody off Daredevil.
yeah,
It
that's the whole thing. Is Eastman and Laird were like, yeah, let's just make a comic that just like is just like all the dumb shit in comics right now.
And like
It's ninjas. It's like mysticism. It's fucking mutants.
it's literally just they're drunk and they like Frank Miller.
It's literally that's all it is.
It is. So
They drew the first Ninja Turtle as a joke
yeah
to make each other
just on
laugh,
a
and then they were
napkin.
just like, yeah, let's just make a comic out of this.
Wow.
We have
That's
no money.
insane.
We've got nothing left to lose.
like they were poor living in was it Peter Laird's uncle's house?
no, they were living in Peter Laird's house. It was
Okay.
his uncle's money that helped finance it.
There we go.
They took out a loan from their uncle. It was way cheaper to print comic books back then, so they got like a $3,000 loan or something, and printed, or not $3,000, but it was like a $1,000 loan, and they maxed out their credit cards, and they printed 3,000 copies, and every single one sold out in a week.
The issue, by the way, issue 1 of Ninja Turtles is one of the most collectible issues ever, like even the reissues.
Oh yeah,
The reissue I own is even worth $50. Like minimum
I
they go
have-
for 50.
I have the IDW collected editions.
Yeah.
Of like the TMNT Ultimate Collection or whatever.
Mm.
So I don't like them in black and white. I'm not
I
gonna
love
lie
them in
to
black
you.
and white. I can't read them in color.
I'm a colorized type person, so I have the IDW color classics. That
Oh,
they
so it's
made.
okay when you say it.
Yeah. That's right.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. No, I own issue 1 and issue 2 of the colored classics.
I love those. I
and
have those too. Somewhere.
They're fucking beautiful.
They're great. They're good colors. Like the dude who did the colors is I have no doubt he's talented, but like I have, as an artist, I have such a thing where it's like that comic, when it was printed, they did not make it to be in color, which is like, that is a choice you can make when you make a comic book. It's like, do I want this to be colored or do I want it to be black and white? And I think if you make a comic in color, it should be left in color. And I think if you do a comic in black and white, you should leave it in black and white.
I mean, and ironically, talking about Blue Arms,
yeah,
people hate that in the 2011
in
color classic, Shredder is always red and silver. Always. That's what his colors are.
Yeah, his like bodysuit under
his
the armor
bodysuit is red and his shit is silver. In this, he's all blue. And his arms are fucking blue. In the one I own, he's all blue.
I didn't remember that.
And you can see his hands have fucking fingernails, but his hands are blue.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So the NECA, the NECA figure just did a blue one, and I'm looking for it now. It's like $100.
Oh, nice.
But
it's like how they did the NES colors Jason when they did the Friday the 13th.
Exactly.
movies.
So
That's
it's shit like that. NECA's amazing. Shout out to
NECA's a
NECA.
great company. I love those guys.
NECA, perfect company. But yeah, so they just made a thing like that. It's really funny though, speaking of Blue Arms, that fans fucking are livid about that.
That's
like on
hilarious.
forums, I've read like people be like, why the fuck is Shredder's arms blue? Like they just go really fucking hard. But Mirage Comic is perfect. Are you excited about the new Seth Rogen movie?
So people are shitting all over.
Is it going to be animated?
Yes.
Yes, it is. There's going to be 2 Ninja Turtle movies, actually. There's one that's going directly to streaming, and there's one that they're doing theatrically. Yeah. Because Paramount is a weird-ass company. I think Nickelodeon Films, because Paramount owns Ninja Turtles, but it's technically a sub-brand of Nickelodeon.
Because that Nickelodeon show, which is tremendous.
Yeah, the 2012 Ninja Turtles show is probably...
It's underrated.
I think it's my favorite Ninja Turtles show.
It's one of the top 3, honestly.
I love Ciro Neely's art so much.
I think it blends so many things.
does.
The
It
fact
does.
that
It takes-
Renette is in it.
Yeah, Renette and Hun. They reinvented Hun for that show. who
Renette was in
created
the
for
Mirage comics, by the way. She was a time
traveler.
Thank you. Like
Time Lord or
yeah,
something.
there we go. Like a
Lord
time lord
Simultaneous was
who
her boss.
stole a scepter from her boss and then just starts doing dumb shit.
Yeah, and they crossed over with... Was that the one where they crossed over with Cerebus
Yes.
the Aardvark?
yeah,
Yeah.
but Cerebus the Aardvark is in it, and after a while, they literally couldn't reprint the issue because what's his name?
Dave Sim.
Dave
the
Sim is
psychopath that owns Cerebus the Aardvark.
just an asshole. Like I hate him. He literally was like, I don't want you
the
guys to
man
make
who-
this anymore.
The man who famously once
Wow.
challenged Jeff Smith to a boxing match.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, in the 90s when Dave Sim was going nuts in the backs of issues of Cerebus. And he was just publishing screeds of I hate women, I think Jews are fantastic. I don't know what he said.
Like he just went on a giant.
Yeah, no, do you not
tirade.
know about that?
No.
He took a ton of hallucinogens in the early days of Cerebus.
Wow.
And then he had a religious epiphany midway through the production of Cerebus. And he was the backs of I want to say 50 to 100 issues of Cerebus are just walls and walls of the smallest
Theories.
text you can imagine.
Theories.
Yeah. It's just him being these are my views on religion. These are my views on feminism. These are my views on race.
Why is everybody flipping
And he's
me
not
the chair?
the most evil dude on earth, but he's definitely crazy.
Oh, so he for real has his Manchurian Candidate shit. All his
yeah.
writing on the walls is just the back of the page.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
But he seems like a pretty normal guy these days, honestly. He still publishes stuff, and he seems like a pretty okay guy. But Jeff Smith, creator of Bone, I don't know if you remember Bone, right?
Bones.
Little
No, just
funny
Bone.
funny white dudes.
Yeah, they're
Not white dudes, but
So it is one of the most iconic children comic books ever. I feel like when you get into comics,
it's one of my favorite comics.
It's the starter. It's one of them, and
You could get them from Scholastic for pretty cheap.
they literally would be at the school library. It was one of those comics where even if you did not read comics, they were there.
It's like Lord of the Rings, but it's got fucking Fritz the Cat characters in it.
Yeah,
basically.
really just fun little Germanesque, expressionist little fun characters.
It's super fun. But Jeff Smith, when Dave Sim did a thing about feminism or something, where he was women are below men. I don't know exactly what he said, but something vaguely, chauvinist.
Yeah.
Jeff Smith was hey dude, that's fucked up. And Dave Sim was I challenge you to a fucking public boxing match, Jeff Smith.
You're an ant beneath my boot.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah,
Me
no,
and you on
Jeff
Sunday.
Smith would have kicked his ass because Jeff Smith is ripped.
Yeah.
But and Dave Sim is a pasty little Canadian.
Yeah.
But
On Sunday, brother, it's going
Yeah.
down, brother.
So anyway, getting back to Ninja Turtles and the Seth Rogen thing.
Oof.
People are fucking Seth Rogen, he made Sausage Party. He's also the executive producer of The Boys, of Invincible, of Preacher on AMC. And
Should I watch Invincible?
Invincible's really good. I really liked Invincible.
I'm surprised you haven't yet.
Every human around me has said that. I needed to ask you both.
You've read the comics, right?
No,
No?
I'm not a big Kirkman fan.
That's completely fair. I don't like Walking Dead.
I
But,
fucking hate. Did you watch Walking Dead?
Nope.
I fucking hate Walking Dead.
I was not allowed to watch it when it first came out because I was like 10 when it started, and my parents were like, "You can't watch this. It's like gory, you know."
It just stole from 28 Days Later.
Basically. And then I read the comics, and I was like, "This is fine. Like the art's good at least, you know."
Art is awesome.
Yeah,
Art's
that's the thing. It's like art can save a bad comic. But anyway, I think Seth Rogen's gonna do fine with the Ninja Turtles. I don't think he's writing it. He wrote Sausage Party to my knowledge. I could be wrong about that, but you know, like it's probably gonna be fine. It's gonna be an animated movie for kids.
Did you see the concept art?
Yeah, it looks kind of stupid. But
I like it. I do.
I don't like when artists give Donatello glasses over his mask.
So search Seth Rogen.
TMNT concept art.
Yeah, I like it. Did you see the Technodrome?
Yeah, it looks all right. I mean, it's a concept drawing is the thing. You can't judge a film from its concept art. It's like, yeah,
That first one.
that first one. It looks fine, you know.
I like it.
I like the style. I don't think it's a bad style.
It looks toyetic.
It does, and
It-
that's
it
the
looks
thing
like
is
some
with Ninja
Playmates
Turtles.
toys.
That's the
Okay.
thing I loved about the 2012 Ninja Turtles is that they gave each of the turtles a different body type,
Yes.
so it wasn't the same action
They
figure
were,
four
they
times.
were all like they varied in
Yeah,
height
Johnny
and
was
shit.
like really tall and skinny, and Raphael was like a little wider than the others, and Leonardo was like you know,
genetic
in the middle.
alpha
He
male
was the
person.
Aryan Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, he was. He was like the perfectly fucking made person. And I love that
perfectly
Mikey was
even.
always like this tall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was like a
the small
perfectly
one.
even Ninja Turtle. But
Yeah.
no, I got faith in it. I think it'll probably be fine. You know?
I think that it'll be good.
I think the thing with movies is like, unless I'm entirely sure a movie's going to be horrible, I really can't bring myself to feel one way or the other
Now, how do you
about a
feel-
movie until it comes out.
How do you feel about these guys? Because I love this.
Yeah, how do you feel about
This movie.
TMNT?
I think that movie's great. I think that movie is really underrated.
Thank you.
What?
Thank you.
I think that Studio Imagi, they only really made 2 theatrical movies. It was that and Astro Boy.
Awful.
I really like Astro Boy.
You like the Nicolas
know-
Cage Astro Boy?
I know that it's not like a good movie.
I saw it in theaters opening night.
So did I.
Because I was an Astro Boy fucking.
I loved
fan.
Astro Boy as a kid. But
Oh.
yeah, that's just like concept art, I guess.
What do you feel
That's
about
just, like,
these
fan
guys?
art.
These CGI Michael
That
Bay
kinda-
guys.
I don't know. I don't hate that. I didn't hate the Michael Bay designs. I hated the faces, but like the bodies were fine. The masks were okay, you know? I like that they each had different shit on them, you know?
Mhm.
Like they had like
Their
accessories.
quirks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They had their quirks.
Yeah, they were quirked up white boys.
Goated
Goated with the sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Raph, by the way, has to be a
Yeah, the-
fuckboy. Wears
Yeah,
a,
he's got the
he has a
do-rag.
do-rag. He's the one white kid who's
He's got
like,
the toothpick.
He's
Yeah.
the wicked out of the group.
yeah, he's like, all right, y'all.
He listens to Limp Bizkit.
Oh my, you guys want to listen to some Biscuit?
Biscuit.
Yeah. You want to hear my impression of Fred Durst after sex?
Yes.
So the girl comes up to him and she's like, "So was it good for you?" And he's like, "Yeah. What you want to do now?"
And I think with that, y'all, that perfectly blends all of this.
Mhm.
I wanted to thank you again, Spencer. I hope all of you know this is a part fucking one.
Oh, yeah.
great.
Yeah, like
Definitely.
you're.
So we're splitting this into 2.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense.
There's a bunch of topics I want to touch you, especially your shirt that you're wearing right now. He's wearing a Jason Live shirt. I need to talk to you about that. That's a
So-
favorite Jason movie.
This is a complicated shirt. There's details on this shirt that we need to talk about.
This week we are doing Sonic Ninja Turtles, and then next week in our part 2 we will be doing cinema as a whole. It'll be horror. It'll be MCU. Lots of fun shit.
And
Check out Spencer again though on Instagram. What are they?
I'm at Snaptrap Press on Twitter and Instagram, and you can find my comic Ironsides that I write with my buddy Mario on Comic Fury. which
Oh,
is-
shout out to Mario!
Shout out to Mario. Shout out to the quirked up white boy.
Oh yes.
What is Comic Fury? Is that like an app?
It's
or
a
like
comic
okay.
hosting website. It's been
Okay.
around since like the 90s.
Is
It's-
Homestuck on it?
No, Homestuck had its own website that I don't even think you can use anymore. But yeah, Comic Fury is a great website. It's just like they host a lot of. It's free, so there's like a lot of shit you have to dig through. But if you search up Ironsides on Comic Fury, you can find it. We just started it. We're very excited. It's very much in the vein of stuff like Ninja Turtles and The Crow in regards to the art. It's superhero stuff, you know, but we're like trying to do our own take on it. We're trying to make superheroes fun again, you know, where they're not just like murderers.
Not like political, civil, active people who think they have to talk about things because Marvel
There's-
really loves to do that.
There's some of that, but it's unlike Marvel. It's smart. We're like human beings.
Wait, you didn't like when Falcon walked up to
When Falcon was like, "I'm the biggest centrist on Earth.
Yo,
I don't think we should kill people."
No, you don't like when Falcon and Falcon the Winter Soldier said, "Hey, Senator, you need to do better." You don't think that was good or subtle?
That's
thought that was
the thing is we're trying to be subtle about it. Subtlety is key.
So yes, thank you all so much. This was the No Room for Improvement podcast. I'm
Yes,
Stark.
indeed. And I'm Darnell.
I'm
and
Spencer.
We are signing out.
Say